Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam. In the previous episode, we saw how Vali, after being hit by Sri Ramachandra's arrow, asks a volley of questions. 35 to 38 shlokas describe the questions asked by Vali. Now Sri Ramachandra is responding. Now, one thing we need to understand here is people whom we consider as villains in our itihasas, they are not people who are not well read. In the Indian context, anyone who needs to be a ruler needs to be well read, and that's what is seen in the questions that were asked by Vali, because he talks about a lot of Rajadharmas. But the trouble with Vali here is his own acharana or his own behavior or his own doings of things. See, Vali spoke about so many dharmas, but then in what dharma was it told that he could actually take his brother's wife? In which dharma it was told that he can banish his brother from the kingdom without doing due diligence? In what dharma was it told that Vali could do as he pleases and arrest all of his brother's friends and throw them in the prisons? In what dharma was it written that Vali could send soldier after soldier to Rishyamukha Parvata to kill Sugriva? So he himself is not following dharma, but then when it came to him, when he became an affected party, he was talking about dharma, and we see this sort of people a lot in our day-to-day lives, right? And now Sri Ramachandra is now dealing with this sort of a person, and look at how Sri Ramachandra puts Vali in his place. Okay, Sri Ramachandra listened to all the allegations of Vali. Sri Ramachandra had a nice smile. It was as if, he was standing like an unperturbed or a person who cannot be perturbed because he is on the right side. Okay, he is on the correct side of things. So that's how Sri Ramachandra was, and he is now talking. Dharmamardhanja kamancha samayam chapilaukikam avijnaya katham balyan mami hadya vigarhase. Oh Vali, you are talking as if you know entire dharma, and you are talking as if you know everything about dharma, artha and kama, but you don't know about these things, Vali. If you know about these things in a correct way, how would your behavior be so bad? And you don't even know about all these things, and hence you are talking to me like this. Apruštva buddhi sampannan vruddhan acharya sammatan saumyam vanara chapalyatvam mam vaktum hechasi. Have you ever consulted with knowledgeable people? Because when you read a dharma shastra, it's common that you will get doubts. Did you ever go to people who have got great intellect? Did you ever go to acharyas? Acharyas are people who have been doing dharma for quite some time and who can teach dharma. So, did you ever meet acharyas? Did you ever meet and talk to people who are manyas, who are respectable people in the society? No, you did not do any of that sort. Did you ever check your behavior with them? Did they ever accept your behavior? Did they ever say that your behavior is in the acceptable limits? No, they did not say that. But still you are talking like this. You are coming to me and talking like this, and you are trying to insult me. You are accusing me of many things. First thing, you said that you did not commit any crime in the lands of Ikshvakus, and since you did not commit any crime in the lands of Ikshvakus, how can a person who is born in the Ikshvaku Vamsa come and give you a punishment? This is your question, right? Ikshvakunam iyam bhumihi sasaila vanakanana mrugapakshi manushyanam nigrahanugraheshvasi. Oh Vali, please understand, this entire land along with all the parvatas, with all these forests, with all the big forests, the small forests, all this is the property of Ikshvakus. And we have the control not just on the humans, we can control the animals and the birds, and doing a nigraha. We discussed about nigraha and anugraha in our previous episode, right? We have the power to control, we have the power to implement punishments, and we also have the power to give rewards. So we have the nigraha and anugraha powers on all these people. Tam palayati dharmatma bharata satyavan rujhu dharma kamartha tattvajno nigrahanugrahe ratah. Now this is being controlled by Bharata. Today Bharata is the king, and under Bharata's jurisdiction I am acting here. And Bharata knows the dharma of the kamas, and he will be very good towards the people who are following the rules, and he will be very bad with the people who are not following the rules. नयस्य वनयः शोभा यस्मिन् नत्यं सुस्थितं विक्रमश्च यथा दृष्टः स राजा देशकालवित्. Bharata knows the deshakalas, he knows what is truth, what is untruth, he has vinaya, niti and everything. तस्य धर्मकृतादेशा वयमन्ये च पार्थिवाः चरामो वसुधां कृष्णां धर्मसंतानमिच्छवः. All of us are following his orders, and we are roaming in the forest with his consent. While we are also roaming in the forest, it's my responsibility to uphold dharma here. I would request you to listen to the Sri Ramachandra and Bharata conversation in Ayodhya Kanda, where Sri Ramachandra makes it very clear to Bharata, while Bharata would rule the Ayodhya and the kingdom and the places where people live, Sri Ramachandra will be the ruler for the forest. That's something that they both agree on. Now Sri Ramachandra is invoking that and saying, he is taking care of the people over there, I am taking care of the animals and other types of beings in this forest. Now, Devayam Margavibhrastam Swadharme Paramesitaha Bharatakyam Puraskritya Chintayamo Yadhavidhi. Now, whether I am following the rule and whether Bharata is following the rule or not, let us look now. Tvam tu samklishta dharmascha karmana cha vigarhitah kamatantra pradhanascha nastito rajavartmani. You are accusing me that I am going behind my desires, right? No, you actually broke the rules of the kings and you went after your personal desires. Jyeshta bhrata pita chapi yascha vidyam prayachati trayaste pitaro jnaya dharme cha padhivartinaha. There are three people who are equivalent to the father. One is the father who gave you birth. Second is the Jeshto Bhrata, which means your elder brother. And the third one is the person who has taught you, who has given you the Vidya, the Guru. So these three people are considered to be like fathers. They're all fatherly figures. And one is the original father, the other two are fatherly figures. And these people should take care of their brothers. For example, an elder brother should think of his younger brother as his son. And a guru should consider his shishya to be his son. Yaviyanatmanah putra sishyaschapi gunoditah putravatte tayaschintya dharmaschaivaatra karanam. Because of dharma, this is how we are supposed to think and behave. Sukshma paramadurgneyaha satam dharma plavangama hrudistha sarvabhutanam atma veda subhasuham. O Vanara, this dharma is very, very sukshma. It's very, very subtle. And you should understand it nicely. And please understand that in the hearts of all the people, the one thing that's there, it's Atma. And that is the only thing that can help you understand what is good and what is bad. Now, Chapalas Chapalai Sardham Vanarai Rakrutatmavihi Jatyastha Iva Jatyandrer Trayan Prekshasenukim. So, somebody who is an Andha, who does not have eyes, if that person is thinking about other people who are also blind, will they ever reach a proper place? No, you need somebody who can see and who can help these people out. Similarly, you are a Vanara, you have not learned the things properly, you have half-baked knowledge, and you, along with other courtiers of yours who are also half-baked in their subjects, are today deciding on dharma. How can that be even possible? And now we need to understand why Sri Ramachandra is saying all these things. See, Sri Ramachandra is basically pinpointing the mistake that Vali has made. He is saying, you touched Ruma. See, why he is bringing the comparison of a father and the elder brother being a fatherly figure to the younger brother. So, any person who touches his son's wife is supposed to be killed as per the Dharma Shastra of Sanatana Dharma. So, if you touch your younger brother's wife, the only punishment that's available is death. And this was a pivotal mistake that was made by Vali. And there is no other punishment to it other than death. Okay, if a guru touches his Shishya's wife, it should never happen. And if an elder brother touches his younger brother's wife, and if a father-in-law touches his daughter-in-law, the only punishment that's available is clear death. That's what Sanatana Dharma says. Now Sri Ramachandra is bringing up this point because he wants to inform Vali the reason for his death. And now Sri Ramachandra is also subtly trying to establish that Vali is a criminal. And in this case, you don't even need a hearing and all, because he was publicly doing that with Ruma. Everybody knew that Vali was doing all this publicly with Sugriva's wife Ruma, and everyone knew it. Including Tara, everyone knew it, and Vali made that very, very clear to everyone. Now, that essentially means the crime is also established and the punishment needs to be given. Now, you have a shoot-it-aside order for a criminal. Will you go in front of the criminal and say, oh criminal, I'll come to you at 5 o'clock in the evening, be ready, I'll shoot you at sight? No, right? When there is a dangerous criminal out there, the moment you see him, you kill him. This is the rule. And now look at how Sri Ramachandra arrives at this. That's what he's saying. This is where he's going to come. And the way he is going to come is something that we should not miss. That's why I try to just explain it to you before, so that as we are arriving at that particular place, we will really enjoy the way Sri Ramchandra is telling it. Now Sri Ramchandra is giving the reason. Tadetat karanam pasya yadardham tvam maya hataha. Yadardham means the reason. Tvam, you, maya, by me, hataha, killed. So the reason why you were killed by me. Please listen, I am telling you this. Bhratrur vartasi bharyayam tyaktva dharmam sanatanam. You left the sanatana dharma and you touched your younger brother's wife. Asyatam dharmanasya sugrivasya mahatmanah umayam vartase kamat snushayam papakarma krita. You made this papakarma. You touched Sugriva's wife while Sugriva is still alive. Now you might say, what is this reason saying that while Sugriva is alive? Because in Vanara Jati, there is a condition which says, if you know that her husband is dead and if she is fine to come and be your wife, you can take her as your wife. That's something prescribed for Vanaras. And Sugriva used the same reason when he took Tara, because public thought Vali was dead at that time, and then that's the reason why they made Sugriva the king. Sugriva, based on Tara's consent, took Tara as his wife. So that's again a subtle reason that you need to understand here. That's what Sri Ramchandra is saying. Oh Vali, you took Sugriva's wife as your own while Sugriva was still alive, and that's a cardinal sin. That's a cardinal mistake, and the only punishment for it is death. Again, he's saying tadvatitasya te dharma kama urtasya vanara bhratrubharye vimarsesmin dandoyam pratipatitaha. Because you did this, you touched her, you had a bed relationship with her without her consent while her husband is still alive. Only punishment for you is death. That's been given to you. Nahi loka viruddhasya loka vruttadapeyushah dandadanyatra pasyami nigraham hariyotapa. From the rules and regulations of Sanatana Dharma, the only punishment there that I can see for you is death. O Vanara Raja, Sachite marshaye papam kshatriyoham kulottadaha aurasim bhaginim vapi bharyam vapyanujasya saha yaham prachareta narah kamat tasya dando vidhiyate. I as a Kshatriya as empowered to give the punishment. Any person who touches his daughter, his sister, or his younger brother's wife, he needs to be killed. And Bharata is the king. I am only executing this punishment on his behalf because I know what the punishment is. And then he's saying, Sugriven me sakhyam lakshmanena yathatha dararadya nimittam cha nisreyasakarah same. Sri Ramchandra is saying, I made friendship with Sugriva, and now Sugriva is equivalent to Lakshmana for me. He is going to help me. That's a different story. But I made a promise. Forget he helping me or not. Pratignya cha maya datta tada vanara samhidhau pratignya cha katham sikya madvidena sa vekshitum. He's saying, I made a promise to him. And O Vali, how can I go back on a promise? And sarvadha dharma ityeva drashtayastava anigraha Vayasyasyopakartavyam dharmamevanu pasyata. O Vali, there is no other punishment that I can give to you other than this. Hence, I have given you this punishment. And lastly, let me tell you this much, O Vali. Rajabirhuta dandascha krutva papani manavaha nirmala swargamayanti santas sukrutino yatha. You have made a lot of allegations on me, but I am telling you one thing. If a person makes a mistake and if the king punishes him, he will not be punished for the same mistake again in Naraka. So, I have saved you from the punishment in Naraka. I have punished you here. And if I don't punish you, I will get that papa and I'll have to take a share of that papa because you are making a mistake. And if I am failing to control you, I will have to face this papa when I go to the Urdhvalokas. So there is no way in which you can be spared. And that's the reason why you should be killed. And that's the reason why I implemented the punishment. And O Vanara Sreshtha, I am telling you one last reason. After this, you will not have any grudges on me. Same tatra manastapo namanyur haripungava vagurabhischa pasaischa kutaischa vidhair naraham pratichannas drishyascha gruhananti subahon mrugan. O Vanara Sreshtha, I am not feeling sad. I am not having a guilt conscience just because I killed you like this. We are Kshatriyas. If there is some animal which is creating a lot of trouble in a vana, in a forest, we catch it in multiple ways. We can use, the nets to catch it. Sometimes we use traps to catch it. We use different types in which we can either trap them and kill them or catch them and tame them. All that is allowed for us Kshatriyas. Pradhavitvana vitrastan Srabdhanativistitan Pramattana Pramattanva Nara Mamsasino Pusan Vidyanti Mukhamschapi Sachit Doshotra Vidyate. So please understand, O Vali, this much. I can hunt an animal when it is running. I can hunt an animal when it is standing. I can hunt an animal when it is not looking at me. I can hunt it when I have decided to hunt it. And the same applies for law enforcement as well. And hence, I can always attack it from any direction. Oh Vali, I have given you this punishment. In a way, I have only hunted you down. O Vanasrestha, please understand again this much. Kings are devatas in Manushya Rupa. Unnecessarily, nobody should insult them. Unnecessarily, nobody should talk ill about them, make them light in front of others and talk. They should not do this unless you have very strong reason. But here you don't have a reason. Tvantu dharmam avijñāya kevalam roshamasitah vidushayasi mam dharme pitrupaitāmahe sthitam. You unnecessarily have scolded me, O Vali. I don't take an offense in this, but you yourself think back whether you have made the mistake or not, whether the punishment I gave to you is accepted with the Dharma Shastra or not, and whether you have hurled all those allegations and abuses at me unnecessarily or not. Vali now listens to this. Eva muktastu Ramena Vali prabhrito prasan sadosham raghave zadyo dharme dhigatanishchayam. Vali quickly starts thinking about it. He realizes that it was his mistake and not Sri Ramachandra's mistake. And he is saying, Oh Sri Ramachandra, there is no mistake from your side. If there is a mistake, that's only from my side. And whatever you told is truth. I am very, very happy with your response. I am very, very happy with whatever you have done to me. The mistake is on my side and not into your side. So, O Sri Ramachandra, I am asking you for forgiveness. Please forgive me. O Rama, I am not thinking too much about Tara. I know she is a very, very intelligent lady. She can live happily. But my only thought is about Angada. I am always worried about him. I don't know what is going to happen to him. I am dying early. He is my son. I just don't know what is going to happen. You please take care of Angada and you also take care of Sugriva. And the way you behave with Lakshmana and Bharata, please behave the same way with Angada and Sugriva. And please ensure that Sugriva doesn't insult Tara. And please help Tara and Angada. Please help Sugriva also. I made a mistake, and anyone who makes a mistake like me, they should meet the same fate. And then quickly Sri Ramachandra says, don't worry, oh Vali, you need not worry about Tara and Angada. They will never think that I have killed you unnecessarily. They will not feel like that. And two, people who are good, they will always have good things coming for them in their lives. So you need not worry about that. And again, I'm telling you, the way Angada is behaving with you, he will behave similarly with Sugriva. And I'm ensuring that Angada will become the Yuvaraja. So hence, don't really worry about it. And this is the gift that Sri Ramachandra gave to Angada. Sri Ramachandra says this very clearly, that he will become the next king, is what he is very, very clear. And after saying this, Vali becomes very, very happy. And he is also now thinking that, okay, Sri Ramachandra has taken care of Angada and now he is waiting for Tara and Angada to come and see him. Now what happens after this, that we'll be seeing in our next episode. What all Sri Ramachandra talks after this, what all Angada talks after this, what all Tara is going to come and talk after this, that we'll be seeing in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam sukhhi sai smrahaswam charanarvindar pramastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.